Alright, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. This is kind of our end of the year video. It's actually the channel's second year anniversary, which was just awesome. So we finally got to 200 subscribers. I wanted to make a post about that a couple days ago, but I just wanted to make sure it was official. I think, last year we finished with like 50 subscribers?
I think so. You should look at your trends.
I'll look at them later. But yeah, like extra 150 people that are enjoying the videos. That's just to me that's just hell of awesome. And I guess the goal for 2024 would be 300. But with the end of the year videos, we kind of just take a minute just to talk about what was our favorite things to record, least favorite, just things like that. So Junior, for you, what was the best game we recorded this year?
All right, so the best game probably I was very much toward the end of the year, but I really enjoyed Amori. We found it like months before recording, and I pushed in some of the factor just like what would make us sad? Like what's an emotional game? What's like something like depression fodder? Because me and Justin aren't very Christmassy people.
We don't like being happy
Uh,
during Christmas.
we don't like being happy. That's most of it,
That's
and
that's that's kind of the precursor of how this whole channel started. We'll probably get. I'm not gonna say what games, but we'll probably play them one day or maybe this year for Christmas. But I just want something really sad. And I was like, damn, we had such a good time voice acting this and everything. If only we would have recorded it. That's when I realized you can just stream to your friends on Discord. And I was like, wow, I could just do this. I could just make a channel out of this. I should do this.
we're still doing it. Year two, we're still here, baby.
I thought we were gonna quit a
Yeah,
long time ago.
yeah. Amori. So we looked at like I looked up like what's an emotional game, and Amori came up, and we looked at the gist of it. Of just like essentially coping with suicide. I think was like the gist it gave me, and I didn't tell Justin anything about it. I was like, this is up our alley of like an emotional roller coaster, and
I,
we
I
actually
think
played it.
I think I read the Steam reviews and I was like, wow, no one's happy. But everyone's giving it a thumbs up and saying it's great.
Yeah, and I mean, it is great. It's truly great, and like nothing bad happened to anyone, and it's definitely worth the watch if people haven't had the chance yet.
Yeah,
Um, but it was not sad. I thought overall, like actually playing it, like it was actually a really good game.
I would say it actually warmed my heart up. I actually, like, I enjoyed all the characters. Everybody made me happy. And I actually, was kind of worried for them. I was like, I really hope this all works out in the end. Brad couldn't make it. He's sleeping. He has to go to bed, like, fucking early. But he said his
Sweet.
favorite game we recorded this year was Pokemon Infinite Fusion. It was just something different. It was a spin on a classic game that we all know and love. And we just had a fun, wacky time with it. So that would probably be my second favorite. Okay, what was your least favorite game we recorded?
Oh God, Grandia was still this year. Grandia. God damn, there's so much Grandia. If I couldn't pick Grandia, like if I had to do anything besides Grandia, because I really hated Grandia by the end of it, uh, it would have probably been Mario Kart Double Dash. Mario Kart Double Dash was fun
I'm so sorry.
for a while,
I'm so sorry.
and then it just kept going. And some of the best rage quits I ever got from Justin were from Mario Kart Double Dash, and like they didn't get recorded, but he rage quit from that game, and I'm dying laughing. And
I
then we were done.
I think I still have some of them, but like we just had so many moments where it's like it's the first lap and I'm just like, no, fuck it, I can't do this. Fucking restart. And Junior's just like, okay, buddy, you just went into second place. That's fine." I'm like, no, I need to get first on every single damn one. Or I'd
But
fall off the track and just immediately just reset. I was like, no, we're done.
like, we got through it, and it was fine, and everything was good. And then Justin came to me, he's like, "Hey, I found this mod that we can reverse the tracks because that's what we need." to do all this shit backwards.
You know, in my defense, if I would have did them on 50cc or 100cc, it would have been okay. But I immediately started with 150, and life was just god awful after that.
Yeah, it wasn't great, and I had to live with that, and it was a never-ending story. It just kept going.
You know, I kind of forgot about all of that. Yeah, you can include that on my list too. That was it. It started fun, but definitely by the time we got to 150cc, I just stayed pissed off. Like you probably heard me in the videos where it's just like you hear me cracking open like alcohol. I was not having a good time. I don't think I was sober on most of those races. I think the one
Actually,
time I didn't drink, it just went great. If I had to
uh,
pick some of my least favorites, Digimon World 4. That game was just
see,
boring.
I didn't think Digimon World 4 that I mean it's very much just like repetitive, and yeah, it just keeps going. But there's something to be said that like we're some of the few people that ever actually finished that game.
I had to keep a guide open for that. I honestly, whoever wrote the guides for those, God bless you. God bless your fucking MS Paint drawing maps, because no one else is gonna do it. I sure as fuck wouldn't. Like, I think that was like what the first time we cheated in a video game, where I was just like, let's just get a bunch of level ups. I don't care anymore. It's like
Yeah, that sounds right.
it's like by the time we got to the final area, we were maybe like what level 30, and then I was just like, let's just get an extra 20. I'm bored. I want this to be over with. I didn't want not want to grind. I was not happy. I was truly just bored out of my mind. And then probably my second least favorite would be, well, third least favorite would be Evo Space Adventure, aka Space Station Silicon Valley. I have never played a game that looked so shitty, sounded terrible. I was sick looking at it. On top of my motion sickness, the controls were garbage. I just didn't like anything about it. I think we played that as a joke, and I was gonna do a full hour, and I was like 30. I think like after like 20 minutes, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm out." I didn't even finish the level. I was like, I can't fucking do this. And then for Brad's least favorite, I guess the last few episodes will come out after this video, but Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. That game, compared to Coliseum, was kind of boring, and it really dicked us around a lot. Like there was one part where I had to go get the Master Ball. They fucking tell me to get the Master Ball. I go and talk to the guy, right? And he's just like, I know I emailed you, but come back later. So I walk out the building, go through the maze, I get on my motorcycle, and I drive right back, and he's just like, oh, hey, I'm ready. Where the fuck you been? Here's the Master Ball. I was like, fuck this, you could have just gave it to me the first time. I really don't like games that, like, dick me around. So, what is one of your favorite games to replay? For me, it's definitely Dark Souls. I have played that so many times. For context, I have the Platinum Trophy on the PS3 version. I've done like 4 or 5 characters on that. I bought the original PC version. Probably did another 4 characters on that. I bought the PS4 version. And I bought the remastered version on PC. So I own like 4 copies of this shit. Not including the copy I bought for Junior and other friends. It's a game I'm very passionate about. Then
I
after that, probably any Pokemon game. Like, I'm willing to play some Pokemon.
Yeah, you have a strange addiction to Pokemon that I don't quite understand, but I'm here to support you.
Hey, God gave me
Um,
that Pokemon autism, not the math and science type.
so
Other
you
ga-
got the wrong one.
Yeah, you're damn right I did. Cause like what, the other day, I was playing Pokemon with Junior. I had just got done playing Scarlet and Violet by myself, and then I had to go and record some more Pokemon with Brad. So what's your favorite game to replay? Like something you just pick up and just have a good time with?
Probably Dark Souls. I'm including like the Dark Souls franchise. So one, two, three, Elden Ring, just another Dark Souls game. I would play Bloodborne if it ever came to PC. I started playing on the PS4, and then just like Basically got to where multiplayer was and found out you had to have the online thing and
He wouldn't pay the $10 back then. I was like, I will pay for you. He
no,
just
I'm not paying for the internet twice. It's a principle.
I
I hate subscriptions.
he just wouldn't pay the $10. I was like, oh, okay. I just assume everybody had PlayStation Plus. If you
Fuck
want,
that.
well, whatever. I offer to pay.
So, that's the only one I haven't done. I actually haven't beaten Demon Souls yet, and that's more just by weird happenstance. I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah, that
Um,
it's kind of not available. It's like you either get it on the PS3 or the PS5.
no, like I have it on PS3 too.
Yeah,
Like I have the game. I haven't beaten it yet. Uh, I got to basically where I have the spell casting's already good to go. I will attack stuff before I'm in its sight range, and basically I can just like steamroll through the game.
yeah.
I think at the time it's just like life got in the way, and that was the only thing that like messed me up was just I had to deal with living. Fucking lame that.
Speaking of Elden Ring, that I love Elden Ring. I don't want to replay it. It's too
Too
much.
much?
It's too much. Like, I think I like Dark Souls more just because it is linear. It feels very caged and corridored. Like, I know where to go. I know what's next. It's either I got option one, two, or three. With Elden Ring, it's just like, have fun, bitch.
I played most of what's it called? Dark Souls, the first one, like out of order essentially. And like of all the Dark Souls games, my favorite fight is still the Abyss Watchers in 3. It is the most intense cinematic battle I've had. It was very good. Um,
For the entire Dark Souls series, I think Sister Frida is my favorite boss. Even though she's hard as fuck. I will always remember the time like when me and you were playing. Like we were struggling like all day just to get past phase one. Then we get past phase two. I sat the controller down like, oh thank fucking God. Then all I hear in the distance was like when the ashes of light, a flame becomes one, and she just got back up again. I'm just like, no. No, why? Like that broke my soul.
yeah, so definitely Dark Souls. That's the game I keep coming back to eventually. It's always eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Brad said his was Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I would love to replay that. It's a great game. That'll probably be one me and Junior do. I asked Brad if he wanted to, and the two games he told me no that he will not do with me. Paper Mario, and The Thousand Year Door, and Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It's just, he's very passionate about those games, and he said he does not want me to ruin them by playing them. I was like, I understand.
Just not good enough for his taste.
Because he's just gonna be watching me try to tell me where to go, and I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, so you'll probably get those ones in the future. Well, speaking of things that we won't do, let's talk about the things we started and never got around to finishing them or even releasing them. So, start of the year, we started a playthrough of Darkest Dungeon. I really loved the game. It was a lot of fun. We were gonna make a series out of it, but the problem is for the first three episodes, I had fucking COVID. So I did not sound good, I did not feel good. And then the more I played it, I was like, this is not an episodic game. Like, I just can't stop when I need to. And for anything kind of interesting to happen, it would take like more than an hour. And I was like, this is a great game. I really don't want to turn this into a series. Then the other one that never got released was Kill It With Fire, which is basically do whatever you can to kill spiders.
If you hate spiders.
I think like halfway through that episode, I started complaining like that I was feeling sick and that the game was giving me really bad motion sickness. And I just couldn't do anymore. And I think a couple days later, we tried playing it again. I still could not do it. So that was a little unfortunate that I just couldn't. I
So
just
the
couldn't do that one.
the funny thing about Kill with Fire, because that's like when your motion sickness thing like started pretty much,
Hmm.
and it was the funniest thing to me because like we're talking about it, and that was the motion sickness I had basically the entire time with uh what's it called with Sonic, but more the problem I had so much with Oh, the hell was it called? Uh, oh,
Was it Call of Duty or Planet Crafter?
no, no, neither of those. The
Oh,
uh,
Katamari.
Katamari. Katamari, like he's complaining about motion sickness in the spider one, and like I was doing fine, but what he's describing was the motion sickness I was experiencing the entire time for Katamari, where we played through the whole game, and like most of that series, I sound a little off because I'm laying in bed, like just trying to keep up with this game so I can like do the voice acting of God because it's funny to me. Uh, but the entire time I'm just like that nauseous because the graphics just like set me off. Plus Discord there it adds like a little bit of lag which doesn't help.
Doesn't help with your voice acting.
I mean, yeah,
Shit gets me every damn time.
you love all my voices.
There's one I actually really hate.
Is it Valley Girl or is
It's
it
it's
Country?
it's it's the fat guy one.
Uh,
You used it for the cop in Parasite Eve, and then the space boyfriend. I was like, no, no, we're not doing this. Yeah, no,
fried chicken.
yeah, I fucking hate that one specifically. Like, I almost like I would almost mute you if I could.
Such a good voice though.
No, it's the worst. Okay, so we talked about the lost episodes. So this year I tried to experiment a little bit with editing. Like with my Dagoth or Weezer reviews. I don't know what the why did I even start doing those? I think they started out as like a joke, and the joke just kind of got out of hand. I just kept rolling with it. Like
I like the Weezer reviews. They were something.
like, I think it's just the fact that it's like you have a demigod just on his day off, just reviewing Weezer. I don't know why I picked Weezer to review, and I don't know why I picked Dagoth to voice it.
Oh, so I remember the discussion regarding why we picked, like why Weezer was a thing.
Yeah,
Weezer was a thing because, Weezer, both me and Justin like Weezer. I mean, everyone likes Weezer, and the reason why is
no, no,
Weezer.
no, no, and no. I'm gonna stop you
Hold
right
on,
there.
Weezer as a genre covers like they have every fucking sound and tone. They've tried the spectrum. If you listen to enough Weezer albums, you'll find one you like.
Okay, as me who's actually had to listen to all these songs and reviewing these in depth, no, no, and no.
That's why we started Weezer. Like we were talking about why because this was your thought as you pitched it to me. I was like, all right, buddy, get in there.
Weezer is like, I know it's a very hit and miss band. Like, they have some good songs, some bad, some good albums, some bad. I was like, okay, this should make for some interesting reviews. But when you have to sit there for 5 hours re-listening to, like, all their songs just to think of what to say about them, you start to hate them. Like, you really, really start to hate them. And usually about the halfway point in those reviews, I get like a little unhinged. Like you can feel the tone shifting. Like I'll just go off on a tangent that has nothing to do with the review, just to say, yeah, I don't like the song. But I definitely need to do more of those. I've just been kind of uninspired, and I don't really feel like listening to Weezer. Usually those turn into like an all-day event. Um,
Love Weezer so much.
but on the other end of no, I don't. But on the other end of that, I tried experimenting with some like Deftones edit, just like little meme videos, like listening to Deftones be like, and those have actually all done pretty well, like much more than I was expecting. So actually, a few of those have become some of like my most watched videos. I don't really care how many views I get as long as people enjoy the content and are watching it. But a couple of them have passed like the 1,000 view threshold. I think one of them passed like 3,000. It's like my second most watched video, and I'm like, well, damn, okay. That one kind of sat and marinated all year, and then it just suddenly started getting views, and I'm like, damn. Sometimes you just gotta let it cook.
It was its time to shine.
Yeah, I guess I guess that is the thing. But it's kind of funny that one of our Mario Kart videos is still our most viewed. I really thought that one was gonna like reach the 4,000 threshold, but I'll give it some time. It's still young. We'll see what happens.
Needs more time to marinate.
Well, I guess I can. I guess I'll talk a little bit about our plans for next year. So for the last couple months, I've had a special video that I'm editing. Working on it has been a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. It's either I've been sick a couple times. Some days I just don't feel motivated, and then other days I just don't feel inspired. So I've just been kind of slowly chipping away at it while I can. But also, it'll be my first fully edited video with a bunch of voiceover. I'm trying not to go over 30 minutes with that. Definitely be more Pokemon videos from me and Junior this time, just to switch it up. Then I know I got Demon Souls playing with Brad. I'm sorry, Junior, he asked for it first.
There.
I feel like Demon Souls is one of those you should play by yourself first before, you know.
I said I'm pretty far through.
And other than that, nothing's really set in stone. We both I'll probably think of some games. We kind of just play it by ear. Like we'll be in the middle of something and then I'll be like, "Hey, this sounds like a cool idea." Or I'll see something and be like, "Oh, this looks fun. Let's do this."
Still think we're gonna do it. We're gonna play Baldur's Gate. I don't know if we're gonna record it, but we're gonna fucking play it.
We're not recording that one. Same reason we didn't record Divinity 2. I was like, this is a great game, one of the best games I've ever played. Unless you guys are gonna sit through like episode 150 something, I'm not trying to do that to you. Like I really don't like going more than 20 videos on a game, if I'm being quite honest. I feel like after that it
Oh,
just gets very long.
we can just do the One Piece thing. It's fine.
Yeah, we go on making videos for so long we just start remaking the series.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
See?
literally what they're doing. They're already about to remake the series. It's been confirmed.
God.
Yeah. So I don't want to do that. But other than that, I just want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays. I'm probably gonna take a break from uploading for like 2 or 3 weeks. I'll probably come back either the middle of January or the third week, just to give us time to pre-record a bunch of videos, just so I don't feel like I'm lagging behind next year. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you're well.
Stick around. There's more shit to come.